What is up, YouTube? It is a hot, humid ass day in Florida, and it's chest day, so it's a good day. I did legs yesterday, and my legs are more sore than they were in high school after my first ever leg day, so I'm cooked right now. I saw Marlon this morning, and I'm waddling around. I literally can barely bend my legs. They hurt like a bitch. So I had a really good leg day, chest day, and I'm resting tomorrow, so we're gonna have a grand old time today. I'm over week 2 now with no caffeine. Sleep is getting better. Having some non-stim pre right now, so we're ready to rock. Starting off with some decline that happened the last couple weeks. It's probably the last week I do it like this, so I'm gonna be pushing through this chest day, and that's about it right now, so thanks. Oh boy, really use some caffeine right now. You don't realize how much you love something until it's gone. That's for damn sure. I think I should get the M5 CS.
You have enough cars.
I need like a 4-seater automatic car that I can loan people. Yeah, but if my parents are here, someone visits, you know? What if I want to put Bradley in the back of a car, fast car, you know?
You gonna give her whiplash?
Yeah. If I hook her up in the car seat, right, she'll be fine.
Yeah, she's gonna need fucking NASCAR straps.
Probably, yeah. And decline hits different. It's like right in your pec minor, deep under there. Kind of lift that boobie up. This one's gonna be another Justin King style set. I'm doing a 3x10 mid-range yielding iso. So I do 3 sets of 10, 3 seconds on the way down, pause, up, pause, and at the very end, in the middle, I hold that for 20 seconds is the goal. So if I get there, I get there, but if I don't, I die. So that's the goal. A lot of fucking heavy amount of time and attention on this, so we're growing, trying to get huge. Wow, that rightfully got harder by the 3rd set. Ooh, that was like the perfect weight. I almost always have done and do heavy press, do my thing. But when I drop the weight, like this is like 90 pounds less than I normally do, and just that subtle pause at the top and end, and that yielding iso at the end, I got a fucking burning pump in my chest. So it's good to switch it up every now and then. All right, so I'm doing this clavicular fly again, where my hands are pronated, wide, coming close, squeezing at the top on the functional trainer incline bench here. So we're gonna be doing 3 sets, drop set each time. So I aim for 12 reps, drop the weight, aim for 10 reps, drop the weight, aim for 10 reps again, and I do that 3 times. So that's gonna be the goal of this one. And also very excited because we're revamping my training app, and everything I've been doing this year in terms of programming for the Olympia is going to be set into my training app, in not just what I'm doing now, but in the backlog of everything, so you guys can follow along and do my exact training into this Olympia and other styles of training too. So that's coming up soon. Little hint teaser right now. We've been working on that for like a fucking year. So very excited for that to come out, and you guys will have all the keys to be as fucking jacked as possible. So fired up about that. Worst part about this, just setting it up properly. Oh, this thing is called a clavicular fly, and I literally feel it, the pump like across my clavicle, like right in the upper chest. I know you can't really target it that specifically, but if I look like Arnold next week, you'll know why.
I think it's gonna be your hottest prep.
My hottest? In what sense? Temperature?
Yeah.
Seems like it. I mean, last year with the Olympia was only 1 month later in the year, so it was the same shit, but it feels hotter this year. I don't know if I'm not in shape yet or what, but it's fucking toasty in here. So I'm either gonna have the healthiest heart or the fucking most tired heart in the world by the end of this prep.
What are you trying to do this year for prep to mitigate variables? As many variables as possible.
Trying to prioritize my rest and my sleep, not extending myself too thin. I used to say no 90% of the time, now I say no 99% of the time. So learning how to say no, not overcommitting myself, and honestly just constantly prioritizing what's most important to me. And the reality is it's family, then bodybuilding, then business. And that's the way it is right now. If it wasn't like that, my family would hate me. If it wasn't like that, I'd lose the Olympia. So I don't really give a fuck. That's the way life is this year. Doing my best to handle it like that. And yeah, it is what it is. Just not overextending myself as I may have done in the past. And I'm also preparing myself when the challenge comes. I'm gonna embrace it with open arms, because I always do. And every time some shit hits me, I end up with a dope story in my Olympia speech, another Olympia title, and more resilience in the end. So I might as well just accept my fate when it comes.
What would you tell like young bodybuilders?
What would I tell a young bodybuilder? I mean, I would just tell young bodybuilders just to chill the fuck out and to be better than you were your first prep or the prep before, whatever it may be. Because bodybuilding is such a nuanced game of like perfecting as many little things as possible to add up into a big thing. Because we all know how to train, we all know how to eat, and every other tiny little thing in between kind of makes you above and beyond the rest. So if you cheated on your diet twice last prep, cheat on it once this time. You know, save some room for improvement, and then cheat on it 0 times next time. But never expect perfection. If your first prep is your worst prep, then you're off to a great start, you know? So just accept things as they come and try not to overthink it, because it's always another show. And just learn from your mistakes and get better every single year.
Do you think that if you have like a perfect prep on paper, that if you don't mitigate your stress, you could completely throw your prep out of the window?
Oh, you mean like if you follow your diet to a T and your training program to a T, but you're stressed out of your fucking mind? Oh yeah, you're fucked. For sure. I mean, the reality of bodybuilding is it's so simple that it all comes down to your mindset, your ability to handle stress, to maintain discipline and work hard when you don't want to, and come in on those shitty days and do all those things properly and not overthink it, because your body responds so heavily to your mind. And when you're stressed out, your body doesn't recover. When you're full of cortisol, you're not sleeping, you're not recovering, your body's not the same. Nothing plays out. So if you can't handle the battle in your mind, the battle in the gym does not even fucking matter. maybe the first couple shows when you're an amateur and whatnot, but when you're at the top level and everyone's already got elite genetics, it comes down to whose mind is on track the most times. You know, I've talked about the variables of shit coming in, the probability of something happening. The higher you're at the top, the higher probability something is to happen. So the longer you stay up there, some shit's gonna happen to you, and you have to be able to handle it with a strong mind. And that's the only thing that's gonna keep you there. And they'll keep the other people below you if they can't handle it. So build a resilient mind. The resilient body is easy, it'll come. The rest is history. I think I must have lost weight because these tank tops used to be a lot tighter on me. Just getting skinny. Oh, shit. I'm at the point in my life where I'm just over isolated warm-ups at the end of my workout, so we're jumping to the full stack and hoping I can get 10 reps. Perfect weight. Oh wow, that got really heavy.
Is the biggest challenges you face most days, especially when prep starts?
The biggest challenge I face? I would say the biggest challenge I face is not letting bodybuilding compound all my other stresses in life. I've spoken about this before, but bodybuilding is a perfectionist sport, and I feel like I need to be perfect to win the Olympia, kind of rightfully so. So when something stresses me out and it ruins my sleep, makes me tired, takes my head out of the game, and I show up to the gym and I just don't feel excited to train. I feel lethargic. My head's somewhere else. I'm like thinking of some email, text, something, something to do with the baby, whatever, and I'm not in the workout, I then stress that it's going to ruin that workout, ruin that sleep, and set me back from winning the Olympia. So instead of it just being a stressful day, it's a stressful day that's taking me away from winning the Olympia. So my stress compounds into stuff exponentially much worse when I have the goal of the Olympia 3 months down the line, where I feel like everything needs to be perfect for me to win that. So my biggest obstacle is just understanding that stress is going to happen no matter what, and if I get in my head stressing about the stress, it only creates more stress. It's the stress inception. So just literally trying to sit with it, feel it as it's coming up, as it's arising in my body, let it go through me and move on to the next thing. Finding ways to be present while I'm at the gym, you know, making sure I get everything out of the way, whether before or after, so I can focus only on what I need to at the gym. Putting my phone on airplane mode so when I check my program, I don't have to see any other bullshit. Just keeping a bunch of checks and balances in place so that my stress isn't compiling into more than it needs to be. You know, I'm someone who gets in my head a lot and I overthink, so managing that is probably the biggest thing I gotta handle. America. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap on today's chest, tricep, ab workout. Thank you for tuning in. I have a special announcement to make. We're having a little Christmas in July sale, and I think it's either our #1 or #2 selling product, the dark chocolate raw grass-fed isolate. We're gonna do a buy one, get one free on the website. We've never done this, so it's a little special love for our goated protein, and it's gonna be on the website starting Friday. I don't know when this video is going up, whatever the Friday is, July, end of July Friday, whenever that may be. Buy one, get one free. Use code CBUM, don't miss out. So that's.
Not the code anymore.
Do I not?
No.
I think I still do.
No, we took it away, remember?
Not yet. Because it was supposed to be when we signed fucking those 4 people that are in contracts and didn't tell us they were in contracts, so we had to wait for them to get out of contracts. So I don't know. I haven't plugged my code on anywhere, so you can just use code Bradley instead, or welcome 15. I think that's the generic one. Pentacarbs, some fiber, some protein, and just like that, you're Mr. Olympia. That's all it takes. And get half the shit all over yourself. Jesus. Okay. All right, that's it for this video. I literally got nothing in me. I gotta go home and get some real food because I'm starving. Not pasta. No more pasta post-workout. I gotta get some brown rice pasta. Can't be shitting my pants all the time. Gluten is out of my diet for the next foreseeable future. Bad times.